Everyone's sandwiches will be cut into pieces if you don't follow me.
Suzanne, what is going on here?
I need an army.
What do you need an army for?
Well, how am I going to conquer the peanut butter and jelly factory without an army?
Wait, so you're telling me you want to attack the peanut butter and jelly factory?
Dude, that is what I said.
I guess I don't want to, have you cut my sandwich or anything. I guess I'll join you.
Yes, that's the spirit. Now let's go tell everyone that they need to join me now, or I'm gonna cut their sandwiches in tiny little pieces. Let's go.
Let me in! Ugh.
Hello and welcome everybody. We are so glad you guys are here with us today. And then if it's your first time watching, I, on behalf of the Trinity Kids team, want to welcome you to this week's awesome video. But we are about to jump into a brand new series called Up for the Challenge. Now, challenge might seem like a big word, and it means just interesting or a difficult problem. See, this month we are going to be learning all about obedience, grit, humility, and trust that you can use to face any challenge in your path. Now, those are a lot of big words, aren't they? But we'll take on the challenge of learning about them together. Are you guys ready? Let's go.
They just didn't let us into the factory. We had so many people, so many in our army, and they just made me go home.
Well, I mean, there are rules that you kind of have to obey. You can't just attack the peanut butter and jelly factory just because you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess there definitely was a better way.
Yeah, you know what? This kind of reminds me of something that could help you out.
Really? What?
The Trinity Kids values, of course. Why don't you guys say them with me? First, love Jesus because God is love and loved us first.
Second, love others because God loves all people.
Third, change the world because it's not only about us.
Fourth, have fun because God gives us joy. Man, those really did help. I think I know what to do now.
Awesome. Oh, guess what? I actually have something else that can help you out.
You do?
Oh, yeah. It's our Bible story, and it has some great ideas for you.
All right. So what's this week's story about?
Okay, so, we are continuing with the guy named, remember King Saul's story?
Oh, yeah.
But he is now actually officially the king over Israel.
He made it.
And he's decided to do an attack.
Attack!
Yes, attack. See, the Amalekites and the Philistines, they have been messing with Israel for quite a while, and Saul, he was kind of done with it. So then he sent out a message to thousands of men so they could go to war.
Whoa, this is starting a lot like my mission to conquer the peanut butter jelly factory.
Exactly. But that isn't the whole story. See, there's so much more we need to cover. Oh, wait, why don't we just do that and cover the whole thing?
Oh, man, that sounds amazing.
You know what? I'll act it out and you read it out.
Oh, let's do it. I'm so excited.
All right, let's go.
So Saul musters the Israelites together, 300,000 in total. He promised the people a rescue. Saul decided to separate his men into 3 divisions. During the last watch of the night, they broke into the Ammonite camp and attacked them until the heat of the day. After this massive victory, the people of Israel want Saul as their king for real. So they went to Gilgal to make Saul their king in the presence of the Lord. They had a huge party. Hey, enough! Stop the music. We need to get back to the story. We have a story to tell. Come on. What are you guys doing?
Okay.
Samuel said to the people, "Now you have a king set over you as your leader. If you fear God, serve and obey him. Things will be good. If you don't obey and serve, well, it's not gonna go well." Saul attempted to reign successfully, but always seemed one step behind common sense. He failed to measure the strength of enemies and then impulsively took matters into his own hands. What kind of king is this? Saul's son Jonathan attacks a Philistine outpost with 1,000 men, and the Philistines hear about it and head out to confront Israel's army. The Philistine army was massive. The Israelite men started to see that they were in a pretty tough place, and they ran to hide in caves, bushes, pits, whatever they could hide behind. Saul stayed and waited for Samuel because he asked him to, but the troops were afraid. Samuel didn't show up on time, so Saul gave in to the fear and took matters into his own hands and started to build an offering to God. Just as Saul finishes preparing, Samuel shows up and is shocked at what Saul has done. Samuel then tells Saul that God was prepared to establish Saul's kingdom over Israel for all time. But because Saul had disobeyed, the kingdom will not endure. God had sought out someone else, a man after his own heart. God chose to punish the Amalekites because of what they had done to Israel. So Saul takes his men and goes to attack them. The instructions are simple. Destroy everything after you defeat the Amalekites. But, you guessed it, Saul didn't obey. He let King Agag live, as well as the best of his sheep and cattle and lambs, all the good stuff. Saul sinned against God again by doing this. Saul's intent was to save them for offerings, but he still disobeyed. So Samuel tells Saul that he's failed as a king and that it's time for a replacement. Whew, harsh. But he wasn't going down without a fight. But that story will wait until next week.
Oh man, that was a crazy story.
Sure was, but you know what? I learned a lot. So let's break it down.
All right, let's do it. See, in the story, Saul didn't really obey what God had commanded him to do. He tried to do it all by himself, but he just couldn't. And Samuel makes it very clear that Saul needed to obey God.
So Saul made the right decision, but not with a good intention. Without obeying God, he couldn't rise up to the challenge of being king. He couldn't live the life that God had intended.
Jesus wants the best for you, and he wants you to follow after him, to live a life in relationship with him, not doing things on your own. That is obeying God.
Jesus said this in John 14:15. If you love me, obey my commands. You can replace the word obey with love. If you love me, love my commands. But often that isn't what we do. Do you try to do things on your own? Do you obey God?
We do things on our own all the time. We do it when we're scared, when we're anxious, and when we're confused. We try and rise up all on our own, but living that way, as Saul found out, leads to disaster. When we don't show love to God, it makes it hard to obey him.
So that's why God designed us to need him. Obeying God is what we were designed to do. He always has your best in mind so that you can have confidence to obey him.
See, when you love God's commands, it changes how you interact with the world around us. So this week, we hope you can rise to the challenge with obedience. But before we go, take a second to hit pause and answer these two questions and take on this week's challenge. Question number 1. What are you trying to do on your own?
Number 2, how can you show God that you love his commands?
And here's the challenge for this week. When you're in the car, share how you are going to obey God today. Hello and welcome everybody to Challenge Time. Today we have a crazy game that we've played I think once before, but quite a while ago, and I thought we'd bring it back because it's super relevant to today's story when we talked about Saul, how he kept flipping from, God's side to his own side and he just couldn't pick. So today we're gonna be playing a little game called This or That, but summer edition. Suzanne?
Oh, summer, because summer's coming up.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah.
You know what else is coming up in the summer?
Summer stuff?
Summer stuff, and we have our breastplate day camps, which are so awesome. And if you guys don't know what those are, well, go check out the website because we have ones for preschool, K-3, and preteen where you guys can sign up and have so much fun.
Oh
All right,
my gosh,
guys.
can't wait.
So for this or that, two things we have to know. So you guys are gonna have to stand up on your feet because you're gonna play
us.
too. So we're gonna have this side be this, and that is that. And so if you are that, you gotta walk to the left side. And if you're this, you gotta stay on the right side. All right? So, in whichever one you pick, I'll say this, go that way, that is that way. All right, everybody?
All right.
Okay, first one.
Ooh.
You know, in the summer, it gets a little warm in Kelowna.
Yes.
We like a nice little treat. So, this is ice cream, and that is Slurpees.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
How do you even choose?
I know what I want. I'm definitely Slurpees. I don't know about you, Suzanne, but I'm definitely Slurpees.
Okay, but here's the question. What about Screamers? Because it's Slurpees
Oh
with ice cream.
I didn't even think about that. That's kind of like cheating, though, isn't it? A little bit?
Wow.
A little bit.
They're still really awesome, so maybe I'll move in the middle.
What? No, you know what? Slurpees, I can't deny. Coke Slurpees are the best.
With vanilla ice cream.
I do. Yeah, no, vanilla ice cream is good. And I do love my ice cream, but in the summer, nothing beats a Slurpee.
Well,
All
okay.
right.
We'll agree to disagree.
We agreed to disagree. Now, on for round 2, we're going a little crazy.
Yeah.
Would you
When
rather
are we not crazy?
this is a pool?
Okay.
So would you like your little swimming experience as a pool? Or that is a beach?
Oh.
I think I'm a pool person. Not gonna lie.
No, it's got to be the beach.
No way.
Because then when you don't want to swim, you can sit and chill on the side in the beach or build a sandcastle. Just so many more things to do.
Well, when you're at home, you can relax at any point. And you know what? If you want to listen to music, you're not bothering anybody else. You know, you can listen to your tunes. You don't have to listen to anybody else's music.
Yeah.
I know there's some crazy people who play their music out loud, crazy. But I love the pool experience, not gonna lie.
All right. Well, again, we're a little
Separated. What do you guys think? What did you guys pick? The pool or the beach?
Yeah.
Here's number 3.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather get crazy and do parkour at a park or at a gymnastics center?
Ooh, parkour.
Where would you pick?
Well, my
So
flip
this
skills
is
are a
this is the
little
park,
lacking.
Gymnastics center.
So I think I'm going to hit the center
Oh, the center too.
because I need to learn how to do my flips before I
okay.
take them to the playground.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
See, the playground has so much cool stuff,
Yes.
and it's outside. But I do love the foam pit.
Yes, and the
I'm
trampolines.
a foam pit fan. Don't you guys think foam pit's like the best part? Don't you think? I love the foam pit so much. But what's your favorite part then?
You know, I agree, except I get stuck in there, and it's like you're swimming through the foam trying to get out. Oh my
Crazy.
gosh, but it's so much fun.
Okay, we got one more. Now, you know, we've done a couple things. We've gone to the beach, gone to the park gymnastics center, but we need something to do.
Yeah.
Right? We need something to do. So, what sport would you pick? Volleyball is over here, or soccer over there as your summer sport. What would it be?
Oh man,
I'm gonna go with this in volleyball.
I
for
just
sure.
like this corner.
You are a fan of that corner for sure. What are you guys, volleyball or soccer fans? Would you guys tossing the ball in the air, kicking it with your feet?
Soccer.
Well,
Team
guys,
soccer.
thank you so much for playing this or that summer edition, and make sure you guys check out our summer camps. They're super awesome. But we love having you guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Yep.
Remember, you are God's kid, and He loves you. And have a great rest of the week. See ya.
Bye.